Good day and welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Overcharged delves, how you can grab yourself a 701 belt, a mount, and also just in general a full guide on how to farm everything quickly and everything you need to know. So what are Overcharged delves? Overcharged delves are bountiful delves that have been selected every day. They can only be one of these 6 delves on the left, and they will feature additional challenges comparative to your standard delve. So they will have additional enemy types, additional traps. They can be more challenging, but I've found that they are more challenging but not too big a difficulty spike. Only 2 will be chosen per day, so you only have 2 bountiful options per day to choose from. Now, to begin your bountiful Overcharged delve journey, you will need to see Dagran in Dornagal, and you will have to unlock the Titan Console. Just accept this quest and head over to the nearest bountiful delve. You will then receive a quest from the Titan Console, which you'll see at the beginning of every bountiful Overcharged delve, and there you will get a quest to earn Titan shards. Now, earning Titan shards is actually very easy. You will need 100 for your first console purchase, but the first quest will give you 50. Earning Titan shards in general is a very straightforward process. Completing a delve will net you 30, killing the elite rare mob will net you 10, defeating small mob packs that are the overcharged packs, so specifically the new mobs, will net you between 2 and 3, and picking up treasures will also net you between 2 and 3. We'll talk about the best way to farm the Titan shards as quickly as possible a little bit later on in the video, but you can also take a look at the description to jump there, or just at the chapters in the video itself. But earning Titan shards amounts to basically clearing delves. The difficulty of the delve, however, does not affect the amount of shards. So in terms of unlocking powers, it's pretty simple. You need 100 shards to unlock a power. Overcharged delves can be repeated over and over again, and when you get your 100 shards, you can unlock the powers in sequence. So just traveling down the line. Every single power costs exactly 100. So to get every single power, there are multiple upgrades of some of them. You will need to get 1,700 shards. So let's take a look at unlocking the 701 belt. Now, this is actually a pretty straightforward process. Once you've unlocked the Titan Console, you will then get a quest to get your durable information securing container. This will require you to run another overcharged bountiful delve, but you do not have to worry, as again, you don't have to clear this delve on any specific tier or difficulty. All you have to do is simply enter the delve, whichever one it is, defeat 4 pylons, which are these traps that you see here, and once you defeated those 4 pylons, you just have to simply finish the overcharged delve. So pretty straightforward. Once you've done that, you can head back to Dagran in Dornagal, and you will have unlocked the belt. Now, the belt will not start as a 701 belt. You will have to upgrade it by completing the weekly quest. Now, the belt will get a Titan memory card from the weekly quest. This weekly quest will only become available after you have received your belt the week following. So if you've received your belt, you can go back in the next week and you'll be able to upgrade it. Now, the D.I.S.C belt effects that the belt has are special effects that can be accessed by right-clicking on your belt. This will open up the belt and give you options in terms of abilities to choose from. These can be changed outside of combat, and these abilities are unlocked by either finding them inside delves, which do not have to be overcharged, or by unlocking some of them on the console. However, the majority of them are unlocked by finding them in delves. Because the delves don't have to be overcharged and also don't have to be a certain difficulty, all you really have to do is run into a bunch of delves and go and quickly find the powers and then exit. It's actually pretty straightforward. The delve powers themselves are pretty cool and will take effect outside of combat, which is distinctively different to the console powers, which we'll talk about just now. And yes, just to reiterate for players, remember upgrading your belt will occur every week. So from week 2 onwards, you'll get a Titan memory card from Dagran, the same place you got the belt, and this will allow you to upgrade your belt overall, which is great, moving it up to a 701 at the max rank. It will also give you a weekly cache from the same quest, which will contain a champion piece of gear, which is great, and you will complete both of these by doing an overcharged delve each week. Now, console powers, before we talk about a little bit more extra information, are pretty straightforward. You unlock them, like I said, by getting a Titan shard, or Titan shard, which you get by exchanging 100 Titan discs. These will increase your base stats as well as provide additional bonus effects in delves only. These powers will only apply to delves. If the powers unlock an ability on your D.I.S.C belt, that will be transferred only if you have it selected. These help you mitigate traps and just reduce the difficulty that has been upped by overcharged delves. Now, overcharged delves are pretty straightforward. I'm just going to put a couple tips here and talk you through it, but the changes they've made are not overwhelmingly difficult. The constructs that you find will create shields that you will need to move out, stationary shields. The defense matrices create auras, which means you should nuke them down when you engage parties with them. There is an elite who you just have to watch out for his pounce attack for, which is pretty straightforward. And mines that you see on the ground with these big lightning auras will stun you unless you have the console power unlocked that will convert them into a buff for you. There are also the pylons that you'll find, which you would have had to destroy for the D.I.S.C belt, and these pylons provide a big negative debuff to you, so prioritize them if you see them around the map. Overall, the overcharged delves do not constitute a huge change in difficulty, at least I don't think an overwhelmingly hard one. You may have to take on delves a little bit slower if you are doing a bountiful high tier delve that is overcharged, but since there is no benefit barring the actual delve drops, if you're looking to just farm Titan shards and overcharge buffs and the mounts and obviously everything else, you can just do tier 1, tier 2 delves and get the same level rewards, and there's really no need to panic. So because of that, generally speaking, if you're just strictly farming the Titan shards and D.I.S.C powers, you don't need to worry too much about the added difficulty of overcharged enemies. Now, if you are obviously looking at farming the D.I.S.C shards, the best method is pretty straightforward. All you have to do is repeat spam tier 1 delves. Use every single key that you have to repeat spam tier 1 delves. You can run them over and over and over again. There is absolutely no limit to the amount that you can run them. The only limit will be the amount of keys that you have. When you run out of keys, you can switch to an ult, and because the Titan shards are warbound, you can simply transfer them to your ult and then spend them to gain powers. And since the console powers are warbound as well, it won't take you too long to grab them. Obviously, this depends a lot on the keys you have and the strength of your ults, but because there is no difficulty in tiers, honestly, it's very straightforward. Now, the only real achievements are to get a toy, which requires you to complete a couple variations of overcharged delves, again, which can be done at low difficulty, and the other one which requires you to get all your powers. This is also pretty straightforward, and since we know how to farm them best, can take you a pretty quick time. That's it from me. If you need any more help, let me know in the comments, or if you have any tips or tidbits, let everyone know. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.